from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, November 20th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A man who sought to be elected a magisterial district judge in Wilkes-Barre is now facing criminal charges related to a nominating petition he filed to get himself on the ballot. 33-year-old Jared Kane is charged by state police with forgery, false swearing, and 2 counts of filing false signatures on nominating petitions. According to attorney Al Flora, Kane will plead guilty to all 4 charges. According to police, Kane cross-filed as a Democrat and Republican in the primary election, hoping to win the seat held by his father for over 30 years, Martin Kane. An investigation was launched by the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office and found several names on the petition weren't signed by those people. Kane was released on a $5,000 unsecured bail. A West Hazleton man was arrested yesterday for his role in a home invasion. 19-year-old Johan Lamaria was taken into custody after he smashed into a back window of a residence and ransacked it. The homeowner fled the home and went to a nearby store until police arrived on scene. Maria faces both felony and misdemeanor charges for the incident. There were no reported injuries and police are still investigating. To Columbia County now, where 2 people are in trouble with the law after they were arrested on drug charges. According to Berwick Police, 22-year-old Jesse Harker and 26-year-old Rose Stokes were arrested on 2 counts of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, 1 count of criminal conspiracy, and 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance. The charges come as part of an ongoing investigation at 701 North Chestnut Street, where police found a number of items consistent with the distribution of heroin. They also found 12 grams of raw heroin, 572 baggies of suspected heroin, and 4 grams of cocaine. Both were arraigned in front of District Justice Connect last night. Luzerne County's budget crisis remains unchanged, but the drama is getting thicker. Outgoing Councilman Rick Morelli says he'll motion to fire manager Bob Lawton if Lawton doesn't resign by Council's Tuesday meeting. Earlier this week, Morelli was quoted as saying there is now 7 votes on Council to fire Lawton. 7 votes, a majority plus 1, are needed to fire a manager under the county charter. Morelli said Lawton has done his job, but new leadership is needed. Meanwhile, the county is still posed to run out of money soon, and reportedly, department managers have been told to prepare layoff lists. Council voted down a motion to borrow $20 million on Tuesday night. The county is owed $22 million from the Commonwealth, but it hasn't received any funds because of the long-running stalemate. Moving to Schuylkill County, where their Board of Commissioners approved a preliminary budget yesterday, and residents will not be seeing a real estate tax increase this year. The taxes will remain at 13.98 mils. The county will cover the budget deficit by taking over $8 million from the general fund. We spoke with Commissioner George Halkovich about the proposed budget last night.
The budget's going to be tight, but one of the things that we have done, and again with technology and everything that we have, we're going to all of our row officers, we're going to our employees, and we're saying we need to do more with less. It's as any family, you can't spend more than what you have, and you have to look to find ways to be able to do things much more economically, and we need to be smarter about how we do things. We made the decision on Rest Haven. Again, we have to see how that works out in the long run. We still have some expenses that we have to close out on that, but I think that we're on the right track. We feel very comfortable where we're at budgetary-wise, but again, we have challenges, and we need to make sure that we're doing the best job possible for the taxpayers and for Schuylkill County.
The budget includes over $137 million in revenue and over $144 million in expenditures. County Administrator Mark Skarbinski recommended that commissioners consider a hiring freeze unmandated travel, outsource operational functions, and consolidate positions. The final budget will be presented at the December 16th Board of Commissioners meeting. The Crestwood School District will have a new superintendent come January. By a 5-3 vote, the board elected Margaret Foster, the principal at Fairview Elementary School, as the new person in charge. She will take over when current superintendent Dave McLaughlin-Smith retires, but that's provided she gets a state-required letter of eligibility by the start date of January 8th. Ron Sturgeon, Joe Kaminsky, and Bill Jones, all election winners a couple of weeks ago, voiced opposition to the pick. They said the wording of the ad to fill the post, which ran in June, opened the district up to future lawsuits. Sturgeon said that the new board, which is seated in a little over 2 weeks, may take a look at that appointment. Foster was hired for the period from January 8th through June 30th, 2019, at a starting salary of $115,000 per year. She's previously headed up the Bear Creek Community Charter School as president of the Pennsylvania Principals Association. Well, there's a brand new television station in the Hazleton area. Community leaders and broadcasters alike gathered for a ribbon cutting this afternoon. Caribe, Hazleton's first ever Spanish-speaking station. It can be found on Service Electric on Channel 299. It features entertainment, music, sports programming, and much more. We spoke with Service Electric's General Manager Tim Trentley about the new endeavor.
Residents in the Hazleton system are able to see the addition to our Spanish tier. It's broadening the spectrum of programming that we get to offer to all of our subscribers. This is a local Spanish channel so that those that like to follow that tier of channels will have something extra to enjoy.
Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce President Mary Malone is excited not only to see a new channel on the cable dial, but also a new business to the Hazleton area.
I think the really important thing, first off, kudos to Service Electric for taking, again, that first local Spanish channel. As we know that in the greater Hazleton area, the percentage of Spanish-speaking population has continued to increase and grow. And so although some of them are bilingual and understand both English and Spanish, they might be more comfortable. So this will give us the opportunity for local information, a brand new business, all in their language of choice.
The new studio is located at 8 West Broad Street in Suite 528 in the heart of downtown Hazleton. For more information, you can contact them at 570-501-2299. Well, WYLN is proud to announce that a show produced here at WYLN will now also be launching nationally. Warrior Summit Outdoors, hosted by local combat veteran retired Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, is dedicated entirely to the purpose of healing combat veterans, healing the emotional scars of war in the outdoors in order to be part of the solution to the veteran suicide epidemic. After producing nearly a dozen episodes locally, the show was submitted to U2 America for national broadcast consideration. Well, WYLN has entered the contract agreement with U2 America and will begin airing the first 13 episodes of Warrior Summit Outdoors beginning in January of 2016. Programming for U2 America is available via broadcast and cable, reaching 35 million plus households nationwide. Monday on Evening Edition, we'll hear from Olson and executive producer Tiffany Cloud about this expansion nationally. Stay tuned here to WYLN for more details as well. Well, it's time now for a first look at our forecast. A bright, sunny day after all the rain we saw over the past 2 days, and hopefully this weather will last throughout the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with all the details. Joe?
Well, thank you very much. Overall, not a bad day to end our work week across northeastern Pennsylvania. You can see that we really don't have to worry about anything across the northeast, even out in the Ohio Valley region. But take a look at some of the snow that is actually falling through Minnesota and Iowa, even parts of Illinois. Again, that's making its way toward the east. Question is it going to impact our area for this upcoming weekend? I'll be letting you know. But again, we don't have to worry about any precipitation as we head into this evening. Take a look at these temperatures. Fairly mild across the eastern parts of the United States, but notice as you make your way toward the west and the central part of the nation, notice how cold it gets. Bismarck, 5 degrees for the 24-hour low temperature. That's an indication of some colder air on the move. It'll eventually get here, but in the meantime, we're enjoying generally temperatures in the 40s. The complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. And
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on a special ribbon-cutting ceremony that will take place at Maple Manor Elementary Middle School next weekend. That and much more, including sports, coming up here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, weather with meteorologist Joe Garbacik, sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
There is something new to look for at your local SureSave supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the best yet label at your locally owned SureSave supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen for quality products at a better price, the best yet now at your local SureSave supermarket.
We're here. We're here to fight this. We're here with board-certified oncologists. We're here with access to genetic counseling, clinical trials, and the most advanced treatment options. We're here with the strength of the region's leading health network. And now we're here in Hazleton, the new LVHN Cancer Center. We're here for you.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
The community is invited to attend a ribbon cutting and community event at Maple Manor Elementary Middle School. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the event.
On Saturday, November 28th, the Hazleton Area Education Foundation will present The Spirit of the Viking Continues at the Maple Manor Elementary School. The event is a grand opening for the newest school in the district. We spoke with the executive director of the Hazleton Area Education Foundation, Lanny Drobnock, about the event that is planned.
It will be a grand opening celebration and community event. The school is fully functioning and now includes the 7th and 8th grade. So we're very excited to open it up to the public so that they can come in and really see how beautiful this building has become.
Not only will the school be open for everyone to see, but there will be a lot to do as well.
The community event portion, there will be a lot going on during the day, a lot of opportunity to participate in some activities, and ultimately it is a fundraiser. The fundraiser and all the funds, proceeds coming from the event are going to go back into the library at the school, which is a much needed project to get some more books on our shelves.
Building principal Jean Conahan is excited for the event.
Yes, we chose Saturday after Thanksgiving as the day for our grand opening of the building, Maple Manor Elementary Middle School, because we thought a lot of people would be coming back to Hazleton for the holidays and would appreciate coming in and seeing the building. Many people who are former Bishop Hafey graduates have asked me several times when they could come in and see the building, so we thought this would be a perfect opportunity to have them come, join us, see the building, tour the building. We plan to have some Bishop Hafey memorabilia here. We have a lot of community events. We have games for the children, tricky trays, anything that we can think of to help us raise money for our library. We just want to get people in to come and enjoy this beautiful building.
Both Drobnock and Conahan said the main goal of the day is to raise funds for the new library.
We're excited that this fundraiser is going to benefit the library at Maple Manor. It's a beautiful new building, but comes with a new building is that we don't have an existing library collection. So while district funds have been put into purchasing library books, it's just hard to build a collection from the ground up. So we're looking for the public to come in and support us and really get a working collection for our grades 3 through 8 in this building.
Again, the Spirit of the Viking Continues is set for Saturday, November 28th from 2 until 5 p.m. There will be a ribbon cutting for the new school at 1:15 in the afternoon. For more information, you can contact the district at 570-459-3111 or visit their website at hasdk12.org. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way only on WYLN.
Electric Frog Designs is your one-stop for screen printing, vehicle wrap, signs, awnings, and so much more. They have all you need for your sporting event, including a large selection of trophies and awards. Custom-made plaques are also available. They can customize your marketing and promotional items, welcome home loved ones, or share the joy of special events with their banners large or small. Locally owned and operated, quality work at affordable prices. Why go anywhere else? Electric Frog Designs, located on Route 309 in Drums. Stop in today.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The chillier weather is on the move across northeastern and central Pennsylvania, and before all is said and done, in a 7-day forecast, we're going to be struggling just to make it out of the 30s for daytime high temperatures. Even a chance of a couple of scattered rain and snow showers in our forecast. I'll let you know when in a little bit, but overall not a bad day to end our work week across our region. Here's a look at the graphic for today. We didn't have to worry about any precipitation whatsoever. High pressure just toward the southwest. That allowed us to see a decent looking Friday across our region. And now as the sun starts to set, even though some of the daytime hours could be relatively nice temperature wise, it does and is quite capable of getting quite cold at night. And like I said, in the 7-day forecast, we got some cold weather to talk about, especially some of those overnight lows. We have a shot of dropping down into the 20s for some of those nights. But before we get to those temperatures and all of the numbers in the 7-day forecast, Live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you. We continue to remain dry. We're only in the 30s outside our station in Hazleton. Our live Lehigh tire conditions, 37 degrees to be exact. Temperature-wise across the nation, again, we still continue to be on a fairly mild side of things, especially along the eastern seaboard. But as you go further toward the west, the north-central part of the nation, notice where all the colder air is. That's an indication of some of that colder air. That's going to make its way into our area as we go into the weekend. Still 41 in Mount Pocono, 45, Williamsport, 43 degrees in State College. Satellite and radar, nothing to show you across our area. And really nothing to go on. Weather-wise, nothing going on at all as we go through tonight. Tomorrow shaping up to be a pretty decent day. Kind of chilly. Notice out toward the west, some rain and snow showers. They're going to be scattered as they make their way toward the east as we go into tomorrow night. And then we should dry things out again as we go into our Sunday. Notice these numbers, kind of chilly at night. Daytime high temperatures generally in the 40s. It gets even colder as we go into our Sunday. In fact, probably not going to get out of the 30s for daytime high temperatures. So some precipitation out toward the west heading tomorrow. Tomorrow night, some of that gets into our area. And again, where I showed you all that precipitation, the snow, that's where it's going to actually be as we go through our Saturday night from Des Moines through Chicago, Green Bay, Detroit. Could be looking at a couple of inches of snow. And then again, by the second part of the weekend, we start to see some colder temperatures. Extended forecast looking like this. Yeah, I got Santa Claus on the graphic for tomorrow because, of course, we have the Wilkes-Barre parade, Christmas parade. About 45, 46 or so up there, but kind of chilly. Chilly for Sunday, even into Monday, and then going into next week, it looks like it should be dry, and there's a chance it's going to get milder, maybe in the 50s by the ending part of next week. Daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers, pick 227 to pick 3, 701 to pick 4, 0314. Pick 5 numbers looking like this, 87187, and the treasure hunt numbers 17, 17, 27, and 30. Stick around. We'll be back with more after the break.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer-dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Christmas is closer than you think. And on Saturday, November 21st, you can see the fabulous Wilkes-Barre Christmas Parade live right here on WYLN TV 35. The parade coverage starts at 3 p.m. and will be hosted by some of WYLN's on-air personalities, featuring several Wilkes-Barre officials and, of course, Santa's arrival. It's Northeastern Pennsylvania's biggest Christmas parade, and you can see it live Saturday, November 21st on WYLN TV 35.
Now back to Schuylkill County, where officials now have to plan to alleviate the overcrowding at the county's prison.
There are some inmates on the move out of the Schuylkill County Prison and into 2 different prisons to eliminate the overcrowding problem the county has. As of now, the county will be moving 35 inmates, but that could change. Prison Board Chairman and County Commissioner George Halkovich said this was the best option for the county.
One of the core services of counties is to provide a jail. If somebody needs to be incarcerated, it is one of our responsibilities to incarcerate. So depending on how many are in at the time, one of the things that we must do as per the Department of Corrections is avoid having triple celling. And as of this date, we're looking at 25 and 15, but our leadership has identified others that would be available to move to other facilities.
Halkovich said the county's costs will be less than the Department of Corrections say it should be.
Cost was under $45 a day. The state average to incarcerate someone is approximately $65 a day. And with the 2 contracts that we've been able to work with Delaware County and also with Department of Corrections for the female population, those costs are both going to be under $60 and below. So we are still going to be below the state average of what the charge is to incarcerate someone.
In July, the county entered into an agreement with the DOC to reduce its inmate population by November 24th, or risk not being able to allow more prisoners into the prison system. The agreement to bring the inmate population back to its approved capacity of 277 was designed to eliminate housing 3 inmates per cell at the facility. Those being transferred are inmates that have already been sentenced, according to the commissioner. The prison board is still searching for long-term solutions to the overcrowding problem, which include building a pre-release placement facility somewhere in the county. The previous Board of Commissioners moved forward with building a new low-security pre-release center for nonviolent criminals in Ryan Township, but it was scrapped in March of 2011 when the bids came in at $4.2 million, about $1 million over what the board wanted to spend.
Actually, all those different options are very viable, and we're still looking at them. Even though we are moving these prisoners out to other facilities, we are looking at an intermediate placement facility. That's extremely important. We're not just counting on this being the solution and just stopping what we're doing. Making improvements, doing the right thing for the taxpayers, doing the right things for the community, it's an ongoing responsibility. So we need to be looking at all those responsibilities and all the different options that we have to see down the line what we need to do. The moving of these inmates, our hand was forced that we had to do this. Now, we were following the law, doing the triple celling. However, the Department of Corrections told us that should only be on a temporary basis. We were doing we had to make sure that somebody was not in it 30 consecutive days, 90 days total. We met all those criteria. It's just that they say it's only for a temporary basis.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thank you, Gary. Coming up next, Eric DeBardine is in with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
WYLN is proud to announce a huge technical upgrade to our channels that will bring a better digital picture and expanded coverage area to viewers all over northeastern and central Pennsylvania. In addition to Channel 35.1 in Hazleton, you can watch a crystal clear picture in Berwick and Columbia County on Channel 47.1 and in East Stroudsburg on Channel 24.1. And we're proud to announce Pennsylvania's newest TV station, Channel 9.1 in Williamsport, serving Lycoming, Montour, Northumberland, and Union counties. Now more than ever, WYLN is your local network.
Tickets are now on sale for the annual Sounds of the Season concert at the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center in Hazelton. Ring in the holidays with performances by the Hazelton Philharmonic Orchestra under the direction of Robert Lagana and the Freeland Community Choir under the direction of Jackie Wetzel. The audience will be invited to join in the singing of traditional holiday music along with full orchestra and chorus. Advance tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children. Sounds of the Season is brought to you by these businesses.
Championship Friday. Marion Catholic football seeking their first district title since 2007, set to take on Tri-Valley in a clash of strangers. The Colts and Bulldogs have only met twice in school history, so there's a lack of familiarity even though the teams are relatively close. They do share one common 2015 opponent, Williams Valley. Marion beat the Vikings convincingly in Week 1, while Tri-Valley beat them twice by multiple scores, including in the semifinals last week. However, that's not something Stan DeCoste pays too much attention to.
You know, I really don't get into that because it's, different teams have different characteristics, different strengths, and a team that we may be able to exploit a situation, maybe they can, or vice versa. So, it comes down to matchup, and, it's two real good teams playing Friday night.
Focus solely on how the Colts can exploit the 9-2 Bulldogs, which will prove difficult.
They're big, physical, and athletic. They're an experienced football team. They were kind of picked preseason to be where they're at. I think a lot of people picked us the same way, so this matchup is what people have been talking about in Class A. So that's pretty much what people expected. But they won the Eastern Conference last year, and now we have to get ourselves in a situation where we were semifinals, finals, lost in the finals. Now we're back again, and we want to take that next step.
Tonight on Late Edition Sports, see if Marion is able to take that next step, as WYLN will be the first with the highlights from Higgins and the District 11 Class A final. Not a ton of Quad A schools in the area, so District 2 and 11 combined for an 8-team sub-regional. And tonight, it will be District 2's Wyoming Valley West pitted against District 11's Liberty in the semifinals. There's a contrast between the areas and their corresponding style of play. The Spartans unique in that they mix great athleticism with the traditional District 2 power. District 11 faster, and that took some getting used to in the quarterfinals, with Valley West trailing Nazareth 14-10 at the half.
I don't know if it was that or just settling into the game, and we shot ourselves in the foot a couple times in the first half and missed some opportunities. But at the same time, too, there is definitely an adjustment period as far as getting accustomed to that. Everything's faster from guys on the front line to second and third level guys. So you definitely have to be ready for that from the get-go from here on out.
Stay tuned. Coming up, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
On the next Warrior Summit Outdoors, I think about warriors of days gone by and how they recovered from combat in the great outdoors. And as part of looking back into history, I'm going to visit the manufacturer of an old-fashioned rifle, the muzzle-loaded flintlock. History can teach a lot, and we'll be learning on the next Warrior Summit Outdoors.
Okay, we got 40s tomorrow, looking good for the wonderful Christmas parade in Wilkes-Barre.
That's right. The Christmas parade in Wilkes-Barre kicks off at 3 o'clock. And, of course, WYLN will be there live to bring that to you if you can't get to the parade. But if you can, definitely check it out. Once again, WYLN at 3 o'clock.
Hey, I'm just all excited about it.
I am. The parade is a really good time. So if you get a chance, head to Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. If not, check it right here. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Have a good weekend, everyone.